but it's telling him it's a sacred duty, and nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Everybody that does not agree with you cannot be a fool. Today, those who brought you, how did you call him next now? How did you become the government chairman? Did you win the election? If not because of what they did. Everybody has come back up. All the next wife, you call them names now. Amaewhule put you chief of staff and gave you the platform. You call him names. You insult his family. So Fubara is not the first to experience all these things. So that he has enjoyed him over the years. Everybody. It's the reason why I left our party. It's the reason why Omar left our party. He went as far as notifying Omar his election. In their group. And insulting the man that he left the party. Same party is destroying today. Who brought Sheriff? He brought Sheriff. Because of his nature. And I keep saying it. And I say without any fear or favor. We know ourselves. You brought Sheriff against any person interested in the party. Impose him. You are the one that went to war with Sheriff and nearly destroyed the party. You are the same person who brought second news. Each time keep, politically blackmailing the party. They gave you to second news because you want to be president. Which second news would have really helped you? You remove second news with a high court order. You brought EFJ. Carried him everywhere. The same you with the autumn removed him. Today again, when the end of this was now they have started doing the right thing. You call them stupid because you think you are monopoly to open your mouth and be talking like in a beer parlor. But the end, the political end to all this madness is called. You don't even know the perception that is about you. And different people that has gotten to the point that enough is enough. And I've advised the president, you are not the first that he can dance around. There was a time he was kneeling down for President Jonathan's wife. Some he kneels down for the day. There's a time he kneels down for age. You are not the first. You are not the use what Jonathan almost died. He's leeching on you like a parasite. To continue to use your political capital to continue to fight his personal war, thereby drawing enemies for you. Mr. President, the political consequences will be borne by you. Because people are rising up and they can see through it. Because you can't have a minister who goes on this political rampage and you see that by your silence means it's okay for you. You brought back the peace accord, he breached it, he continued his case in court and obtained a judgment at the back of the governor. That same judgment, as bad as it is, the governor is implementing. He is the one now with his group that is trying to make it impossible. And until we calling him boy and idiot and everybody, both judges, everybody is insulting everybody. People are not fooled. There's nothing he has monopoly of. So that's why this tension can be avoided by advising him. If he thinks there's nothing that can remove Fubara, if that's what he's pitching him, getting him frustrated, he should be ready to get more frustrated. That budget, when they finish running, they will receive the budget. I think the whole world have seen that Fubara has implemented the judgment of the Supreme Court. The council chairman are gone, election dates have been fixed, budget is ready, presentation, the governor has done after writing the House of Assembly run under the bed in their quarters because a mass appointment from Abuja. And you think the state will continue to wait for you? People of Rivers will continue to wait for you on this insult with those lawmakers? No. The state and the people are taking notes. And there will be political consequences for this decision to go to the extent of wanting to bring down your own state, starve the people, and create anarchy.
Please, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and put your comments in the comment section. So this is a lengthy conversation or interview that Honorable Ugochinyere had in response to what happened in Rivers State when the lawmakers locked the gate and wouldn't let Fubara come in to present the budget. Now, but there's a lot you can hear from what Ugochinyere said. First of all, there've been a lot of allegations that says, or that they've been alleging that the rise of Wike to become governor, it didn't really win the elections. Zada, it was rigged into the election, into the post as local government councillor, chairman, and even governor, as they even went to court. But obviously the kind of chaos is created in the process, and every other person who's actually helped him get to the point where he's gotten to, he's actually fought with them. Zara has fought with them, abused them, called them names. So it's been one level of destruction onto another. Obviously, the destruction of PDP in the nation as a whole is accredited to Wike. Obviously, you remember the G of the member five of them, and then after that, when they lost, he pivoted to Tinubu and all of those. No, but the crux of the matter here that this gentleman raised has to do with um, the fact that Wike is actually using Tinubu's political capital to fight his own war. Now, in an earlier video I released, you would see him mention um, where he cautioned, more or less, he took a wipe at Wike, where he more or less talked about the chaos that Wike is creating just for his own selfish ambition. So I would say go check the other video where we released earlier, and where Ugochinyere mentioned these cases where Wike, he says Wike is actually causing chaos in Rivers State because of his decision or his ambition to be president come 2031. So he wants to seize Rivers State for that purpose, so that he can do exactly what Tinubu did in Lagos, anyway, in a nutshell. But yeah, you can see the other part of what he said as well is the fact that he mentioned Wike is actually leeching on Tinubu just for that purpose, all right, for his own selfish ambition. So you can see what the gameplay that's going on here. All of these old court rulings, all of this Amaewhule's issue, it's all because of Wike. All of these issues with, oh, they did not defect, oh, they defected, they did not defect, and all of that. This is all the game plan. I will frustrate you, Fubara. I will get you out, Fubara. And I will put my own person in there. I would now become a political godfather in Rivers State. And then I can then use that ticket as a political capital as well come 2027 to make sure I stay relevant. And then after that, I will use that as a springboard for 2031. So you can see all the gameplay going here right now. So it's not just about the people of Rivers State. It's everything about Wike, what he wants and what he must achieve. And you remember what he said when he was governor. He said nobody can be a godfather in Rivers State. They wouldn't allow it. What he eventually vowed to not allow in Rivers is what he wants to become. And he said the same thing of Oshomale, I think in Edo State, then when he was still at power with, friends with, when he was still chumsy with Baseki at the time, where he said, we will not let you be a political godfather in Edo State. He was told that of Oshomale. Now they are in the same camp. The entire thing that is happening here is a case of politicians and their greed. Remember, Wike said this. He wants to keep the structure, his structure in Rivers State, as though he owns Rivers State. And there's nothing more than what we know to be the structure of rigging, structure of imposition. Use INEC, use electoral offices and the military and the police to rig elections and get your people and yourself in, just so that you guys can continue to remain relevant politically, irrespective of the destruction of our country or of the state. This is why it's quite imperative for all of us. It's now it's of high urgency for every single one of us right now to make sure that whether or not you're in the diaspora, whether or not you're in Nigeria, make sure you lend your voice. We cannot get tired. These guys are not never tired. These guys are never tired. They're never stopping. So we cannot afford to stop. Why? But there's something that he really mentioned here. He said, nothing can remove Fubara. He said that. So he was trying to tell those lawmakers, Martin Amaewhule and the others, and nothing you do will remove Fubara from as being governor. Remember, this is response to Wike when he said you can impeach him and nothing will happen. So literally, he's inciting them from behind so that he can say he didn't tell them, but he was inciting them, impeach him. Look for what he has done that is wrong and impeach him, and nothing will happen. So you can see all the fights he's doing. I mean, this is the minister of FCT fighting the governor of another state where he used to be the governor. And he says it's for the rule of law. Can you just see how he's playing that? That's why I say we cannot keep letting these guys use us to play checkers while they're playing chess with us. Or rather, they're playing chess against us. We have to be able to see their moves, their chess moves, 10, 20 steps ahead. So they already started moving the pawns, So we got to make sure that we put our own pawns in place to put proper defense and counter as well. We have to strategize as Nigeria. We cannot let them have another gainsay over us come 2027. It's quite imperative. You have to understand this. There's insecurity all across the nation because of this political corruption. Our parents can't go to their farms. The cost of food has gone so high. So it's affecting every single one of us. Where the food used to come from the north, it's been decimated with insecurity and killings. The other day, what happened in Benue State, in Edo State, in Ondo State, several killings, and the government's done nothing about it. This is all caused because of corruption. Able to look away and let the violence continue so they can just remain in power. That's why we must not let it. We want people that will work, people that are genuine, people that have the capacity, the character, the competence, the heart to work, to make Nigeria work so we can experience that beauty that we have in our country. This insecurity in Nigeria is killing every single person. This insecurity in Nigeria is caused havoc all over the country. We cannot travel anymore. We cannot go to our villages anymore. We cannot travel across the country anymore. People are kidnapped, killed, organs are vested. This is because of political corruption. It destroyed every part of our country for the advancement of their own selfish policies and their selfish goals. That's why we must stand up together, put our hands together as Nigerians and say enough is enough. If it's not you tomorrow, it will be somebody else tomorrow. Don't wait until it's your turn. Don't wait until this insecurity meets you. Don't wait until you're kidnapped. If you don't speak up today, tomorrow it will be you who might be begging for help for release. Because the government that we have is insensitive, incompetent, and they don't have the ability to fix the nation. Your brother and your sisters travel this road every day. Your family members, whether or not you know, travel these roads every day. The roads are not safe anymore. Tankers are burning every day, killing people all across the nation. Are we going to fold our hands and say, no, it's not going to be my turn by God's grace until it becomes your turn? The destruction of Nigeria is imminent unless we make up our minds and say it's enough. The people like Wike would not stop until they achieve their selfish goal and their selfish desire. And we must not let it happen. Nigeria deserves better. We all deserve better. Let us come together and put our hands together and fight for common good. Let us not let politicians use us let us come together. Let us don't let politicians divide us by ethnicity anymore, by our languages and our tongues and our geographical location within the country. Let us come together, put our hands together and fight for common good. Let us fight for a better Nigeria. Let us say no to corruption. Let us say no to political corruption and violence. Don't be used by politicians for their selfish reasons in the destruction of our state. We deserve to have a better country where we can call our home. We cannot be second-class citizens in another man's country. Nigeria deserves better. You deserve better. Our country needs to work. And if our country must work, we must have the right people in the place of authority. That's why we must make up our mind that come 2027, we will do everything we can to elect the right set of people so that they can make the right set of laws that will stop these killings in our roads, in our villages, in our cities, in our town, that will stop these illegal minings across Northeast that is causing this death, displacement of people within their country for the selfish ambition of a few. Let's make sure we have the right governors and presidents in places of authority that are willing to work and stop the pollution of our waters by these oil companies. Enough is enough. Make up your mind today. 2027 is coming. Let's start the work now. That's why we're doing this thing. So I'm asking you again, please subscribe, like, and share. Put your comment in the comment section. We must make Nigeria work because this destruction has no brother or sister. When it comes for you, it would not remember whether or not you were innocent. Thank you and God bless you. Bye-bye for now.